Matt with Elite FTS here at the Armory in Columbus, Ohio. This is a new build, beautiful facility. Should be opening up around November 1st, 2023. Looking at the posterior chain developer signature version. It's going to have the logo panels on there. Reverse hypers, you can do glute ham raises, back raise, any kind of posterior chain movement you want to do on this piece. This is really good. The best thing about this, so you just step down on the release, adjust it. So it makes it really easy to adjust these, no pop pins or anything of those sorts. So this is the signature posterior chain developer by elitefts.com.
What's up, guys? Dr. Seth Albersworth here at Elite FTS. One of the first exercises, or one of the first things that people are told to do when they experience back pain is a bird dog. And if that isn't getting us where we want to be, the first question I want to ask that lifter is, how are they doing their bird dog? Are they actually doing it with intent, or are they just going through the motion? And the thing to understand with a bird dog or with any real static bracing drill is that the point isn't to be in the position, it's to create tension in that position so that we can then turn that tension to building tolerance to the squat, bench, or deadlift. With a bird dog, we're not just trying to flail the arm around, we're not just going through the motions. We need to be making sure that our brace is set, we have tension on the front side, we're keeping everything tight through the torso. And then when we're moving the arm and leg, we're going to maintain all that tension, we're going to go slow and controlled, and we're almost going to contract against ourselves to create tension on both sides of the hip and shoulder, and we're going to pull ourselves back in against the hip and shoulder. So not just moving through, we're creating as much tension as we can through the movement so that we can then use that movement to build control, build our brace, and build tolerance that we can use on the main lifts. One of the easiest ways to build off of the bird dog pattern is to progress single leg hinge variations. So first one that I get people to do is a kickstand deadlift. So we'll go with a staggered stance. I want to load the opposite hand of the front foot. And then all we're going to do is we're going to hinge into this hip, trying to push out. And while we're doing this, we're going to make sure, again, that we're keeping the tension on, that we're keeping tension between the ribcage and pelvis. Everything is locked in, everything's tight. And we're putting the motion into the hip, then using the glute to extend our way back up. Once the lifter is able to tolerate that, once they get good at that, we can progress the kickstand deadlift by doing a step back. So we're going to start with the feet square. We're going to keep everything locked in. We're going to pick up one foot. We're going to hinge and then step back and use the glute to drive ourselves back up through. Once they get good and comfortable with that, we can progress that to a single leg RDL, which is going to be very similar, except that we're not going to be contacting the foot to the ground, and we're going to be forced to create stability through our hip. Once a lifter is good at that, they can pretty much progress that infinitely in loading to build more and more strength through the hip, through the torso, through the low back that will carry over to their deadlift.
Again, with another limited edition apparel drop. This is the new Live, Learn, Pass On shirt. I'd be remiss if I didn't talk about our cambered grip American cable attachment. This attachment has 4 grips and it's cambered. So when you flip it, it actually becomes 8 grips. And if you turn it upside down, there's actually 16. This is one of our most used cable attachments out in the gym. Even got that full range of motion. We got a second limited edition drop this month as well. Head over to elitefts.com, pick up the shirt, pick up the cable attachments, and we'll see you next time. If you like this video and want to see more like it, click here.